Have you
Most
ever
men
caught
think they're
yourself staring at
confused
your
about
phone,
women,
wondering
They're
if that
not.
text from
They're
her means she's
confused
ready
about
to
the
take things
signals.
to the next level?
You've been there.
Or maybe you've
You
been
meet
on
a woman
few
you
dates,
genuinely
the chemistry
like.
feels electric,
The conversation
but you're not
flows.
sure if she's
There's
craving more
chemistry.
intimacy or
She
just
laughs
being
at your
polite.
jokes.
Listen,
She
if you're a
texts you
guy
first
who's tired of
sometimes,
guessing games,
but then suddenly
feeling like
she
you're
pulls
always
back.
the one pushing for
Replies get
closeness
shorter.
while she holds back,
Energy shifts.
then this is the
And
wake-up
now you're
call
stuck
you've
in
been
your
waiting
head
for.
wondering,
Today,
was she
I'm
ever
revealing the
attracted to
3
me at
clear
all?
signs that she wants
Here's
more
the
intimacy
painful
with
truth.
you. These
Most
aren't
men
vague
miss the
hints
signs
or
when a
mixed
woman
signals.
wants intimacy.
These are
And they also
undeniable
miss the
indicators
signs when
rooted
they're
in
slowly
female
turning her off.
psychology that show
And
she's
the reason
not
is
just
simple.
interested. You were
but
never
actively
taught the
desiring
difference
a
between
deeper
pursuing
connection.
and proving.
But here's the thing.
Today, I'm going
Most
to
men
reveal
miss
3
these signs
clear
because
signs a
they're
woman
too
wants
busy
intimacy
chasing.
with you.
And that
Not
chase
attention,
is killing their chances.
not validation.
Stick with me,
Not
because
free
by the
dinners.
end of this,
Real
you'll know
intimacy.
exactly how to spot
And
these
if you
signs,
understand what I'm
why
about
they
to
matter,
explain,
and
you'll
one
stop
powerful
chasing
shift you
and
can make
start
to draw her
recognizing
in
when
without
she's
lifting a
actually
finger.
leaning toward
Let's
you.
start by
Because
facing
the
the
biggest
harsh
mistake
reality.
men make isn't
You've probably
failing
been
to
there,
attract women.
pouring your heart
It's
into a
suffocating
woman,
attraction
showering
that's
her with
already
attention,
there.
compliments,
Let's start with the
and
real
effort,
problem.
only to
Most
watch her
men
pull
believe
away,
attraction grows
like you're
when
some
you
kind
give
of
more.
repellent.
More
Why does
compliments.
this happen?
More
It's because
availability.
chasing
More
doesn't work.
texting.
In fact,
More
it
reassurance.
backfires every
You think
single
if you
time.
just show her how
Think
much
about
you
it.
care,
She'll
the more you
finally
pursue,
feel safe
the
enough
less
to
she
open up.
values you.
But that's
It's
not
like
how
handing out
female
free samples at a
psychology works.
store.
The
People
more you
take
chase,
them,
but they don't
the more
appreciate
she
the
feels
product
pressure.
enough to buy it.
The more you try
Nice
to prove
guys
yourself,
finish last
the
for a
more
reason.
she subconsciously
Being
questions
overly
your value.
accommodating,
And
always
this
available,
is why nice
and
guys
bending
finish
over
last.
backward to please
Not
her
because
might
being
seem
kind
like the
is
right
wrong,
move,
but
it
because
signals
many nice
desperation.
guys confuse
Women
kindness
aren't
with
attracted to neediness.
self-sacrifice.
They're
They
drawn to
overinvest
strength
early.
and independence.
They make her the
When
center
you're the
of their
one
world
always
before she's
initiating
earned that
texts,
position.
planning dates,
And when a man
seeking
places a
validation,
woman on a pedestal,
you're essentially
she
proving
doesn't
that she's
feel
the
special,
prize,
and you're the
she
beggar.
feels responsible.
And no one wants to build
And
intimacy with someone who
responsibility
seems
kills
like they have
romance.
no other options.
Chasing repels
The
women
more you
because
give without
attraction is
earning
built
it,
on
the more she
emotional
pulls
tension.
away.
Curiosity
Attention becomes
and
a currency.
uncertainty.
And
When you
if you're
chase
flooding
too
the market
hard,
with it, its
you
value
remove
plummets.
all 3.
She's
There's
thinking,
no mystery.
if he's this
no
invested
challenge,
already, no
why should I
polarity.
put in any effort?
She already knows
This
you're sold.
dynamic creates
Biologically,
a one-sided chase.
women
where
are
you're
wired
exhausted,
to assess strength,
frustrated,
stability,
and left
and
wondering
emotional
why your
control.
genuine
When
intentions
a man
aren't
overpursues,
reciprocated.
double texts,
It's not that you're not good
constantly
enough.
checks in.
It's that
or
your approach
rearranges
is
his
pushing
entire
her further
schedule
into
for
her
her.
shell.
It
Now
signals
let's dive
scarcity.
into why this
It
happens
signals that
on a
she
deeper
is the
level.
prize, and
Female
you are
attraction
trying to win
isn't
approval.
just about looks
and
or
women are
charm.
wired to chase
It's
what
wired
feels
into
scarce.
biology and
Attention
psychology.
is currency.
Evolutionarily.
And most
Women
men
are programmed
spend it
to seek
recklessly.
out men who
Every
display
like,
high value.
every immediate
Those
reply,
who can provide security,
every paragraph,
stability,
text explaining
and
your
excitement
feelings.
without
You
appearing
think you're
desperate.
building connection
When you chase.
but if
you're
she hasn't earned
subconsciously
that level of
signaling that you need
investment,
her more than
you're
she
lowering
needs
your
you,
perceived
which
value.
triggers her instinct
Intimacy
to retreat.
doesn't grow from
It's a
pressure.
survival mechanism.
It grows from
in
space.
the wild.
Now,
Pursuing
let's
too
talk
eagerly
about the first
might
clear
indicate
sign
weakness
she wants
or
intimacy with
instability.
you. She
Psychologically,
creates proximity.
Women
Not
are
just
attracted
physical
to scarcity.
proximity. Think about
Emotional
it like this.
proximity.
Diamonds are
If a
valuable
woman wants
because
intimacy,
they're rare.
She
If
will
they were
find
everywhere,
ways to be close
no
to
one
you.
would care.
She'll sit
The
next to
same
you
goes
even
for
when
your
other
time
seats are
and
available.
attention. When
She'll
you make
lean
yourself
in when you
scarce,
speak.
not by
She'll
playing
find
games,
subtle
but by
excuses
genuinely
to touch
living
your
your
full
arm.
life.
She
Hold
starts
eye
to see you
contact
as
just
that
a second
rare
longer
gem.
than necessary.
Women are wired
And
to chase what's
emotionally,
hard to get.
she'll
because
start
it feels
sharing
more
deeper
rewarding.
parts of herself.
It's the thrill
Not
of the pursuit
surface level
that
facts.
builds desire.
Real stories.
This isn't about
Past
manipulation.
relationships.
It's about understanding
Insecurities.
human nature.
Childhood
Studies
memories.
in evolutionary
When she begins
psychology
lowering
show
her
that
guard
women respond to
voluntarily,
men who
that's
exude
not
confidence
random.
and
That's
self-sufficiency.
investment.
When
But
you're not
here's where men
constantly
mess it
available,
up.
her
The
brain
moment she
releases
leans
dopamine.
in, they panic
the feel-good
and
chemical.
overdo it.
Every
They try to
time she
escalate
gets a
too
piece of your
aggressively
attention,
or start
that's
acting
why she
overly
pulls away
romantic.
from pursuers,
And she pulls
too
back
much availability
because the
kills
pace
the
suddenly
mystery
feels
and
forced.
excitement.
When she creates
Instead,
proximity,
she moves
your
toward
job
men
is
who
simple.
don't need her validation
Match
to
her
feel
energy.
complete.
Don't
These are the
exceed it.
guys who
If
naturally
she leans
inspire
in
her to
slightly,
invest,
lean
to
in
open
slightly,
up, and
if
to
she
crave
shares
more
something
intimacy.
personal,
So
acknowledge
what's
it
the
without
one
turning
thing
it into
the
a
single
therapy
most
session.
powerful shift
Calm
you can make to flip the
confidence
script
amplifies attraction.
It's simple.
Stop
Overreaction
chasing
destroys
and
it.
become the
The
prize.
second clear sign
This doesn't
she
mean
wants
being
intimacy
arrogant
is
or
this.
aloof.
It means
Tests
shifting
your
your
emotional
mindset
stability.
from proving your worth
Yes,
to her,
tests.
to knowing your worth
She might
inherently.
tease you.
Pursuing is
Playfully
about
challenge
chasing
you.
approval.
Delay responding
Proving
to
is
see
about
how you
demonstrating
react.
value through
Cancel
action,
once to observe
not
if you become
desperation.
needy
Becoming
or
the
bitter.
prize means
Most
living
men
a life
interpret
so
this
fulfilling
as
that
rejection.
she's drawn into
It's
your
not.
world.
It's
not
not
the other way
around.
Women
Why
are
does this work
biologically wired to
psychologically?
look for emotional
Because it
strength.
taps into her
If
innate
intimacy
desire
happens,
for a challenge.
she needs to know
When
you
you're the
won't crumble
prize,
under pressure.
attention becomes
she
scarce,
pokes at your frame
and
a
she
little.
starts to see
If
you
you become
as
reactive,
high value.
defensive,
Her attraction amplifies
jealous,
as she
or overly
invests
accommodating
more to win you over.
You fail the test.
It's a subtle power
But if you
dynamic
stay grounded,
where she's the
relaxed,
one seeking
and
closeness,
unbothered,
leading to
attraction
genuine
grows.
intimacy built
For
on
example,
mutual
she
respect.
says,
Let me
You're
break it
probably
down
talking
further.
to other girls.
The difference between pursuing and
insecure
proving
man
is night
rushes
to
and
prove
day.
loyalty. Pursuing is
He
texting her
overexplains.
every day.
He
Double
reassures
texting when she
excessively.
doesn't reply.
The grounded man
and always
smiles
being
and
the one
says,
to suggest
"You
plans.
sound a little
Proving
curious."
is responding thoughtfully.
He doesn't defend.
When she reaches out.
He doesn't attack.
Sharing stories
He
from
stays
your exciting
centered.
life.
Intimacy
And letting her
requires
wonder
safety.
what you're up to.
And safety
when attention
doesn't
is
come
currency,
from
make yours
constant
premium.
reassurance.
Don't give it away
comes
for free.
from emotional
Women
stability.
chase what's scarce.
The third
because
clear
it feels
sign she wants
exclusive
intimacy
and
with
special
you
is when she
by
begins
becoming the
investing.
prize. You're not
She
arrogant.
initiates contact.
You're confident in
She
your
asks
value,
about your day,
which makes her want
she
to earn a
remembers
spot in your
small
life.
details.
Now let's
She
see how
adjusts her
this plays
schedule
out
to
in
see
real
you.
life.
She
Take
engages
texting, for
in
example.
playful back and forth.
Suppose you've been on
She
a couple
keeps
of dates,
conversations
and you're
alive
tempted to send her
instead
a
of
good
giving
morning
dry
text
responses.
every day.
If
If you do
Investment
that,
is
she might
everything.
respond politely,
If she's
but the
putting in
spark
effort,
fades because there's
attraction
no
is
chase
present.
on her end.
But here's the
Instead,
critical part.
apply the shift.
The moment you sense her
Wait for her
investing,
to initiate
do not
sometimes.
flip into proving
One
mode.
day,
She
this is
texts
the
you
difference
first
between
saying,
pursuing
"Hey,
and proving.
What are you up to?"
Pursuing is expressing
sign number
interest
one.
while maintaining
She's
self-respect.
initiating contact.
Proving is
Showing
showing
to
she wants
convince
to bridge
her
the
you're
gap
worthy.
and get
When
closer.
she invests,
You
in
don't
dating
increase
scenarios,
intensity dramatically.
imagine you're at a party
You
together.
maintain your life.
If you're hovering
Your
around her
purpose,
all night,
your routine,
complimenting her
you let her
endlessly,
step toward you.
she might enjoy
because
it momentarily,
intimacy feels
but
powerful
then feels
when it's
smothered.
mutual.
Become the
Let's
prize
make this
by
real
engaging
with
with
texting.
others, having
If she
fun
takes 4
independently.
hours to reply,
Suddenly,
and you instantly
she approaches
respond
you
every time,
touches your arm,
you're overinvesting,
and leans in to
if she
whisper
sends
something.
short replies, and
That's
you
sign
send
number
paragraphs,
2.
you're chasing.
Physical initiation.
But if she mirrors your
She's
energy,
closing the
asks
distance
questions,
questions, signaling a
emojis,
desire
and
for more
re-engages
intimacy
when the
without
conversation
you
slows
forcing
down.
it. In
That's
relationships,
investment.
say
Your
things have been
role is to
steady,
keep it
but
light,
you've noticed her pulling
confident,
away,
and slightly
Instead of
unpredictable.
bombarding her with questions
Scarcity
like,
builds
"What's
curiosity,"
wrong?"
or
"Now,
"Do you still like
let's
me?"
talk about what
You
to
give
do
her
when she
space
pulls
and
away.
focus on your own
Pulling
goals.
away doesn't always
A few
mean
days
she
later,
lost interest.
she opens up about her
Sometimes
feelings,
she's
shares
recalibrating,
something vulnerable,
sometimes
and suggests
she's
a
testing
cozy
your
night in.
independence. Sign number 3.
Sometimes she's overwhelmed.
Emotional vulnerability.
The worst thing you can do
She's
is
inviting
panic.
you into her inner
Do not
world.
double text.
A clear
Do not
indicator.
demand
She
explanations.
craves deeper
Do
intimacy.
not write emotional
These 3
essays.
signs,
Lean
her
back.
initiating contact,
Return focus
physical
to your
touch,
life.
and emotional
If attraction
sharing
was real,
are crystal
she will
clear when
re-engage.
you've made the shift.
And if
But
she doesn't,
let's make sure you
that
recognize
tells you
them fully.
everything you need to know.
Sign 1.
High-value
She reaches
men
out
don't
first,
chase clarity.
whether it's a
They
text,
observe
call,
behavior
or plan
Another
suggestion.
powerful indicator
This
she
shows
wants
she's
intimacy
thinking about
is
you
when she
and
becomes
wants to
slightly
invest
nervous
time.
around you.
Sign 2.
She fixes her
She
hair,
initiates physical
adjusts her
closeness,
clothes,
like holding
laughs
your hand,
a little
cuddling
louder,
closer,
maintains
or
eye
playful touches.
contact, but looks
This
away
isn't
shyly.
accidental. These are
It's her way of
subconscious signals.
escalating intimacy.
Desire often
Sign
shows
3.
up physically
She
before
shares
it's spoken
personal
verbally.
stories,
But again,
fears, or
your
dreams,
response determines
making herself
everything.
vulnerable.
If you
This
act
builds
arrogant,
trust
you kill
and
it.
signals she's
If you
ready
become
for more
overly
emotional
sexual
and
too
physical
fast,
connection.
you kill it. What if
If
she
you
pulls
pretend
away?
not to notice and
Don't
act
panic.
cold,
You kill
that's
it.
often a test.
Confidence is
If you've been
relaxed
chasing,
awareness. She'll
you
distance
notice.
herself to see if
You
you'll pursue
smile.
harder.
You stay
Instead,
grounded.
Mirror
Now,
her energy.
let's address
Pull
common
back
mistakes.
slightly and
Men
focus
hear
on
advice
yourself.
like this
When
and
she
think
comes
they
back,
need to become
and
distant
she'll if
or
the attraction is
manipulative.
real.
Wrong.
You'll see those
Playing
signs
games
emerge.
backfires,
Recognizing
because
when
it's
she's
rooted in
chasing you is
insecurity.
key. Acting
She makes
cold to force
excuses
her to
to
see
chase,
you creates
asks about your
emotional
day,
instability,
or
not
compliments
attraction.
you genuinely.
Pretending
These
to be
are her
busy
ways of
when you're
pursuing
not feels
without
fake.
saying it outright.
Be genuinely busy.
Of course,
Build
men
a
make
life
common
that
mistakes
doesn't revolve
when
around
trying
the
her.
shift. Become the
One
prize
big one
by
is
having
playing
standards,
games,
ignoring
boundaries,
her
and
deliberately
purpose.
to seem scarce.
Not by pretending
that
you don't
backfires
care,
because it
There's a
feels
huge
manipulative,
difference between
and women can
indifference
sense
and
inauthenticity a mile away.
Indifference says,
Another is acting
I don't
cold
care if you're
or
here.
distant as
Non-neediness
a
says,
if you're faking
I like
indifference,
you,
it comes
but I
off
don't need
as
you.
insecure.
That
not
energy
confident.
is magnetic.
Being fake alpha,
because when a
bragging
woman feels
or putting her
chosen
down to seem
instead of
superior
needed,
also
intimacy
repels her,
feels
as it
exciting
screams
instead of
arrogance,
pressured.
not true
Here's
value.
how you apply this
The
starting
key
today.
is authenticity.
First, audit your
Become the
attention.
prize by
Stop
genuinely
giving
improving your
unlimited
life.
access.
Hit the gym.
If she hasn't
pursue
invested,
hobbies.
reduce
build
your
your
output.
career.
When you're
Match her
truly
effort.
fulfilled,
Second,
scarcity
strengthen your
happens
frame.
naturally.
Go to the
Don't
gym.
use this as a tactic.
Focus on
Make it a
career.
lifestyle.
Develop hobbies.
That's why these
Not
mistakes
to
fail.
impress her.
They lack
To build
the psychological
genuine
foundation
self-worth.
of real
Third,
self-worth.
practice
Ready to apply
emotional
this today?
control.
Here
When she
are
teases,
actionable
stay
steps to
playful.
start seeing those
When she
3
plays,
signs.
stay calm.
Step 1.
When she invests,
Audit your interactions.
reward it lightly, but
For the
don't
next week,
escalate
track how
aggressively.
often you initiate
Fourth,
versus her.
watch for
Aim to balance
reciprocity.
it by responding
Intimacy
warmly,
is mutual
but
energy.
not always first.
If you're always
If
initiating,
she doesn't reach out,
planning,
don't chase.
and pushing things
Use
forward,
that time for
step back.
self-improvement.
Let her
Step
reveal her
2.
interest.
Create
And when you
scarcity
see
in your
these
schedule.
3 signs clearly,
Say no to
proximity,
last-minute plans
testing, and
sometimes.
investment.
You don't
Even
need
if
to
you want to
guess.
see her,
You'll feel the
suggest
shift.
alternatives that
You'll
fit your
notice
life.
she's
Like,
asking more
I'm
personal
busy tonight,
questions.
but how about
sitting
Thursday?
closer?
This
Finding
shows
reasons
you're
to
valuable
extend the
without
date.
being rude.
Texting
Step
good morning
3.
without prompting.
Focus on proving
Suggesting
value
future
through
plans.
stories. When you
That's
talk,
not accidental.
share exciting anecdotes
That's
from your
desire
day.
moving toward
Adventures,
intimacy.
achievements,
Remember,
passions.
attraction isn't built
Don't
by
brag.
convincing
Let her
someone.
ask questions.
It's built by
This
being
draws
someone.
her in psychologically.
When you stop proving
making
and
her
start
curious
embodying
and
confidence,
invested.
women
Step
feel it.
4.
When you
When
stop
she pulls
chasing
away,
and start choosing,
don't react emotionally.
dynamic shift.
Respond
Nice
with
guys
understanding.
finish
Like,
last
I get it. Take
because
your
they
time.
give everything
Then go
before
live your
earning
life.
anything.
Post
They
about your
confuse
activities on
generosity
social media
with value.
value, not to
They
make her
try to buy
jealous,
attraction
but
with
to show
effort.
you're thriving.
But attraction
Step 5.
responds to strength,
Pay attention
mystery,
to the signs
and emotional
when she
steadiness.
initiates texts or
Chasing
calls.
repels.
That's your
because
cue
it
to
signals
engage
fear of
deeply.
loss.
If she
Calm
touches you more,
confidence attracts,
reciprocate
because
naturally.
it signals
When
abundance.
she opens up, listen
so the next time
actively,
you're unsure
and
whether
share a
she
bit
wants
back
intimacy,
to build reciprocity.
don't look at her words
Step
first.
6.
Look
Build
at her
your
behavior.
inner confidence.
Is she closing
Read
the distance?
books on self-development?
Is she testing
meditate,
her frame? Or
is she
journal
investing
about
her
your strengths?
time and
The
energy?
more you know your worth,
If the answer
the
is
less
yes,
you'll chase.
relax.
And the more she'll
you don't
see
need to
you
force
as
anything.
surprise.
Let
Implementing
tension
these
build
steps isn't about
naturally.
tricks.
Lead
It's
calmly.
about aligning with
Escalate
female psychology
gradually.
for genuine
Stay
attraction.
centered.
You'll
And if she
notice her
pulls
chasing
back,
you, making
don't
plans,
collapse.
showing affection,
Lean back with
craving
dignity.
your presence.
Because the man
That's
who
when
isn't afraid to
intimacy
lose
flourishes
is the man women
naturally.
are afraid to
Let's
lose.
tie this all together.
You don't need manipulation.
Chasing repels because
you
it
don't need
devalues
tricks.
your attention.
You need self-respect,
Making nice guys
emotional
finish
discipline,
last,
and
a
awareness.
sea of desperation.
Once you internalize
Women are
this,
wired for
dating
scarcity.
becomes simple.
Drawn to men
you
who
stop
don't
chasing
need them,
signals,
but enhance
and
their
start
lives.
recognizing them.
The one
You
shift
stop
becoming
overthinking
the prize
texts and
flips
start
the
observing
dynamic,
patterns,
leading to
you
those
stop
three
trying to be
clear
chosen
signs
and start
her
doing the
initiating
choosing.
contact,
That's
physical
power.
closeness,
And when you operate
emotional
from that
vulnerability.
place,
Intimacy
you've got the
doesn't
tools
feel
now
like
to
something
stop
you're
the
begging
frustration
for.
and
It
step
feels
into
like
empowerment.
something you're allowing.
Don't wait for her to
3
change.
signs.
Make the shift
Proximity.
today and watch how
Testing.
she starts craving more
Investment.
intimacy with you.
Understand
If
them.
this resonated,
Respect them.
hit that like button.
Respond with
Subscribe
calm
for more
strength.
no BS advice
And watch how
drop a comment
everything
below.
changes.
What's one
If
sign
this
you've
opened
noticed
your
in the
eyes
past?
even a little,
Remember,
start applying
the
it today.
power is in your
Not
hands.
tomorrow. Go claim
Today.
it.